Bonsoir, mes amis. Here we are, Thursday Night Lights, and we are in the Toulouse suburbs for Colomiers against Grenoble. It's not sunny like it is right there, I must add. It's cold and it's dark. It's a tough place to go if you are Grenoble. We'll get to that game in a minute. We're going to be at Johnny May's new home, Angoulême. They host Agen next weekend, and then final game before Christmas, we're in Béziers, and they play Vannes. Every game week, live rugby here on FR UK. There we go. There's our game this evening. Tim George on the chat already. Thursday is now the best night of the week. Absolutely 100% could not agree more. Welcome. It's Colomiers against Grenoble. 4th against 9th in Pro D2. And that gets underway round 13. Some banging matches right there. Joe Worsley, how are you doing?
Hello. I'm good, thank you. I'm good. I've just popped back to the UK for a couple of days. So I'm back in sunny London.
On the chat, Tom Sturt is asking some rain about this evening. It's looking okay at the moment, fingers crossed, touch wood. There is the table as things stand. Vannes definitely look the most complete team in Pro D2. Some big wins for Provence last weekend. Valence managed to keep up the chase, but then Oyonnax, Brive are starting to move through the gears, as are Grenoble, and that's an interesting one to watch. What can they do tonight against the home team, who have had a bit of a tough time of it? An absolute... Well, they were out the gate, 6 wins out of 7, Joe, and it's just got a bit wobbly recently from Colomiers.
Yeah, but we talked about it. They are a low budget. Amazing what they did, but they hadn't played many big teams. They played a lot of junior teams with small budgets. And away from home, they've won a few of those games as well, which makes a massive difference early season. But now's kind of proven their worth at home. Listen, they are a good outfit. They all-court team, defence, attack, kicking game. They got it all. It's just with that small budget, some other teams are better in some aspects, like Brive last week to dominate them physically. I think Colomiers conceded 19 penalties and lost the game convincingly in the end. They lost at home to Provence, another team that's powerful, obviously more attacking minded than Brive. But yeah, this tonight will be interesting because Grenoble, for them, they'll certainly think this one's a very winnable.
Yeah, Colomiers, welcome back. Some big names into the starting 15. Ray Nu'u and Caleb Timu, you saw in the dressing room a moment ago. The visitors are Grenoble. They need a win. They're in 9th place. They were the team, the top team in Pro D2 last year. Didn't get through to the top 14, obviously. Heartbreaker for them. They're still missing Sam Davis. They are starting with their backup halfbacks, Max Clement and Eric Esconde. But besides that, pretty tidy team they've got out tonight. And one interesting one to look out for, Rafael Costa Storti is going to be opposite his Portuguese teammate Rodrigo Marta. And another international, you just saw him there. You've got Richard Hardwick, the big Namibian or / Australian, who's in the team. They're going to click at some point, aren't they, Joe?
I'm not sure because change of coach, attack coach, Sam not playing. What they did do so well was just because of the accuracy with their passing and Sam Davis attacking the line, pulling defenders around. They were really dangerous in attack. Their kicking game and defence was good enough to hold them in it, but hey, they're going to have to get back to that attack that was dangerous enough. They're just not scoring enough points, really, to win some of these games. And tonight, I think Colomiers will score at least 20. Let's see if Grenoble can go more than that.
Well, on that, actually, Grenoble are 5 losses on the road in a row. Their last away win was round 1. In fact, that's their only away win of the season in round 1 at Oyonnax. Colomiers have been, like I say, well, they have been typically good at home, but they're 3 from 5. And as you say, when they face teams of more pedigree, Aix-en-Provence and Vannes, they have been beaten. Grenoble, they would think, they would fancy themselves as another one in that calibre, but like you say, haven't quite been there.
Yeah, it will be interesting. I think Provence, Colomiers have been kicking quite a lot more than they were before. They were very attacking minded before, but they exposed themselves, conceded points. But they've reduced that. Provence did certainly kick more than them. You got that. Brive certainly kicked a lot. It'd be interesting to see what kind of game plan Grenoble come with today.
I've already mentioned Caleb Timu and Ray Nu'u in the starting lineup. Look out for the left winger as well, Carmona. He is a Spanish international. He's got 19 caps for Spain. He's only played a handful of games for Colomiers. And on the bench, they've got some handy players. Another international, Nicolas Martins, the Portuguese international. There's a few of those on show tonight. Unfortunately, there's no Pinto. He's unavailable. But for Grenoble, I mentioned Rafael Costa Storti. That's a pretty handy backline if they click. The halfbacks without Sam Davis, they don't appear to have that direction. Can they have it tonight? Up front, they've changed their two of their front row. They've rotated a lot of guys from the bench into the starting lineup and vice versa. And look out for Roman Triu. He is on the bench for the first time in a couple of months. And the same goes for Hanru Sergil, big ball-carrying number 8, who scored 4 tries in 11 appearances last season. He could be a bit of a game changer for them. I will just say, if you haven't already, drop a little thumbs up on the video. If you appreciate having midweek rugby, and good evening to you, Kasanagi, who's just said good evening in the chat. Get stuck in the chat. It's a friendly bunch in there. And
here we go. We're going to find ourselves again tonight. We'll do all we can to get this. We're going to be shitty in defence, one of them just said. Right. Maybe I misheard him.
What did they shout when they did the bend over and stand up? Just shout Colomiers.
I think it's often the acronym of the club. I think it's what they said there.
I like moments like that. The more of that, the better.
I do too. They really get in there, Canal Plus, with the cameras. They get in there and see the stuff you really want to see. I think I'd like him to stay in there. Obviously not when they're naked and changing, but now it's cool.
As I was just saying, just thumbs up in the chat helps the algorithm gods to spread the gospel of Pro de Deux and its madness and brilliance to people that don't even know there's live rugby on. And chuck the little link to this game in the WhatsApp group. If you've got rugby teams, groups, mates, whatever, let them know, because we love it here. We want as many people to enjoy it as well. Thank you for stepping into the chat and getting stuck in. There you go. We've got Miles Edwards there, got a try against Breve last week in the live game.
The English man in the group.
Yeah, I'm just thinking he's the only Englishman on show tonight, isn't he?
He certainly is, yeah.
UK and same goes, only UK and Ireland. We've got a few Aussies, a couple of Fijians. It's an old school stretch. Did you used to do that?
Yeah. Headbutt Lawrence Delaney a few times. That was good to go. Here we go. I mean, some of their players are coming back. That back line they picked is quite physical, quite tasty. A lot of whooping going on there. It's almost like an American cheerleaders group. I'm not sure who was whooping with a high-pitched voice, but he's got to work on his pre-match whoop volume there, I think that's for sure.
And here come the teams out into the arena. Just 6 miles away from Stade Toulousain. So this is rugby heartland, rugby hotbed, and in Toulouse's shadow you have Colomiers in Pro de Deux, who are doing really well this season, 4th place. And this is a big moment for both of these teams.
I mean, Colomiers, I was chatting to Jacques Brunel the other day. He lives in Perpignan. We had lunch. Jacques Brunel coached Colomiers back in the day. Do you know remember the European Cup early days, English teams didn't take part? Colomiers, in that final. They won it, didn't they, against Ulster?
I got no idea.
Like back in the day. Because someone give us some evidence about that, please.
I think, was that the one that Ulster won? Because I don't remember.
Yeah, the Ulster one. Colomiers were in the final,
Colomiers were in the
sure.
final against Ulster?
Yeah. And that year they nearly got to the top 14 final. Jack Brunel's had so much success around different clubs. We're just chatting about all the clubs he's been at. I didn't realise he was there at Colomiers when they reached one of the pinnacles of their existence. Anyway, here we go.
Game on. Aerial battle straight away. Escon gets hands on the ball, I think with knock-on advantage. Grenoble with an early opportunity to try and set the tone. As I say, has not been good on the road away from the Alps. It's like a little bit of fizz, a bit of speed already in this game.
Nice, good defence there.
Simatoga for Colomiers, who, by the way, Joe, as we found out, they have won a European Challenge Cup.
There we go.
So
they made the final, didn't they?
Yeah.
Of the European,
runners-up
in the
Heineken Cup, as it was in 1999, a year after winning the Challenge Cup.
That's pretty awesome for what... I mean, they historically were a club that was a big-ish club, but to do that is pretty impressive. And some of these clubs in Pro de Deux, like Béziers in the 70s, were winning title after title after title with some incredible players. We'll have to go down there and look at the history, but there you saw good line speed, smashing the guy behind the gain line, going straight to deck, Gratta, ball stealer, Jackler right there, bam.
First ball one off the top. Again, another knock on. Ray Nutu trying to get the pass away, and it's opened up. Rafael Costastorti. Oh. It's the two number 14s, the two Portuguese opponents, Rodrigo Marta, just beating Costastorti to that one.
That was cool. They put real line speed Grenoble on that move. They've probably seen Colomiers do it well before, where the 10 puts it out quickly to the centre with a player hitting a hard line off him. They put some real line speed. So on that second pass, they got Nu's face and managed to create a turnover that was deadly behind it, nearly resulting in a try.
Goal line dropout. I do miss a 5-metre scrum. We might have one of those tonight. Megdude passing the ball back inside. Cat trucks it up. And that familiar shape. A little pyramid forward pod. There's another. Not using the backs out the back yet.
Ooh,
shots in early. Clement was on his way. Took a few seconds to get up after that one.
Yeah, Fusier belted him there.
And the brass band are going. And this game started at a pace. Fanu gathers the kick. Defence flying up. Really good line speed. Caleb Timu. Found grass with the kick. Is there a transition opportunity here for Max Clement? So it was Teo Giral that was running the ball back a moment ago. My mistake. There is some zip about Grenoble early. Back to the blind side. Thibaut Martel, a one-club man, to his teammate Josh Thompson, who signed this season from Western Force. They've spilled the ball in contact. Guillaume Tartas with the lift. Thomas Adelaide wasn't able to get it away. Both these teams wanted to play with the knock-on advantage.
Yeah, that was a great kick down the middle from Grenoble. They got a poor kick back to them, and unfortunately the counter-attack was poor. He should have worn longer studs tonight. Oh, here's the hit, bam, there we go. Waterboy hit.
Bosh.
Nice, sit down. Yeah, so they had the opportunity for great kicking. They created a counter-attack opportunity, but then wearing the wrong studs, he slips, falls over. The space was also not exactly in front of him. He should have shifted to the player outside him. There were acres of room down the middle, but instead now it's them in their half. Grenoble in their own half after creating an opportunity, and now going to have to fight their way back up the pitch.
It's nice to see the players act exactly like other fans do when they're on the big screen. First scrum is rock solid, both sides. Max Clement goes deep. Left peg and good length on that one.
Nice. Who let the dogs out?
No, I mean, they've had some tunes. There was one that I've not heard since about 1995, Crisscross. Do you remember that? Jump by Crisscross.
Yeah, was it around the line out?
No, they had that on before the match. But that was those
before the
two
match.
kids that used to wear their jeans on backwards. That's all I remember about that song.
But Jump be quite cool right then.
Bastien Suri. Oh, taken by Grenoble. They won their own and they've pinched Grenoble's first. Adelaide. To Timu. Doing what Timu does. Adelaide's been busy again. Juggled. But carried again. It's just those two so far. This time it goes to Giral. Intelligent kick. Really well weighted.
Whoa.
Oh, it's carried over.
You might see your scrum. Yes, a scrum, 5 meters.
Teo Giral.
That was
Take
an
a bow.
amazing kick.
Lovely kick.
Yeah, I mean, there you see Colomiers' difference from last year. As soon as they get to 3 or 4 phases, if they haven't got a cut and dried opportunity to keep going, they've started to use that kicking game far more wisely. All the players geared up behind it to hunt it down, to chase hard. And when the quality of the kick is like that, it's really difficult to defend. It's really difficult to get out of that corner of the pitch. And now, Colomiers, instead of using phase after phase with the ball in hand, they used the foot for one phase, pressured it, and got a great result.
Jolly Hargreaves on the chat, showing your age, Tim. What, with my music knowledge from the 90s? Yeah, I know. I was young at the time. In fairness. Here we go. Then we've got to savour these, Joe. They don't happen very often. 5 metre scrums. Come on.
Oh, Joe, just checking out his hair there. It's pretty awesome haircuts going on today. Come on.
Well matched. And we've had 2 feeds that have come out the other side. Round it goes. Colomiers. 3 metres. Caleb Timu. Who else? Hugo Seguela is asking his forwards for another pick and go. Miles Edwards. He got a try last week in that live game against Brive. This time it goes out the back. Giral.
Nice.
Tabori.
Oh, no.
Juggled.
Oh, my days.
And it's the young man. Alberto Carmona. Hasn't scored yet for Colomiers. The young Spanish international. That was a big defensive shot from someone there. As Seguela tries to sneak, quarterback sneak down the blind side. Penalty advantage was that.
Caleb Timu carrying yet again.
Carrying no meters though. Thomas Larieux had to tidy it up. It's slow ball. Simatoga waits. It goes behind him to Giral. Ray Nutu, the ball just behind him and nudged through. Lovely weighted kick. Alexander Borry.
That was a lovely, lovely weighted kick. Exactly the right words, Tim. That was beautiful, wasn't it?
Intelligent. And when they'd gone out the back, I thought they would just hand in the impetus to Grenoble to get off the line and smash them and lose territory. But I mean, it should have been a try there.
He tripped up, didn't he?
Oh, the young man, his first try in professional rugby almost, but it came in the end.
It's like a platoon moment where he crashed to his knees. This kick's lovely.
Okay.
I mean, he could have just carried that, carted it up again. He knew he had the penalty, so nothing to lose as well.
What we have a look at?
The pass before had been poor.
It
was he in front? They're looking at the front? I'm not sure.
The number 13 looked very much like a number 15 from that shot. It was Martin Dulon signing.
I didn't hear what they were discussing. Something they did at the line-out time. Oh, here we go.
Oh, is it obstruction now? Come on.
Le 15 bleu, d'accord. Ok, tu le remets avec ce plan, s'il te plaît.
All right, here we go.
Ok.
Oh.
J'ai une décision, Philippe. Le 15 bleu passe clairement devant, il empêche un blanc de défendre.
Yeah, he's stopping it because of that. That's a bit.
Philippe.
Yeah, I suppose he blocked
I mean,
him.
letter of the law, I see it.
But they're going to go back. They had a penalty anyway, didn't they? Man. They should have scored there. He must have just lost his feet, Carmona, at the wrong moment there, because I don't see some lovely passing before, and that last pass looked pretty good. I think he just tripped up on his own studs.
I would say Lestrade got straight onto him, wasn't really stopped from tackling him. But, I mean, letter of the law and all that, isn't it?
He has no real effect on what happened after, but yeah, letter of the law.
Là, il vient, il est devant. Et le casqué ne peut pas défendre. Capitaine, on refuse l'essai parce que le 15 il passe devant, il empêche de défendre. Okay, donc vous avez le choix ici ou la balle plaqueur. Les deux pénalités sont à 5 mètres. À 5 mètres. Oui. Vas-y, on va prendre la balle à gauche. Pas essai. Obstruction du 15.
So they're going back for the penalty they had initially at the line.
Qu'est-ce que vous faites, capitaine?
Alberto Carmona, nearly his first professional try. He, like I mentioned, this is his 6th start tonight. But he's had 19 caps for Spain. He was playing against Fiji a couple of weeks ago.
Do you reckon he's now running that over and over in his head,
Yeah,
thinking, my first try, one of my first starts for the club. And I did that.
Michael Simatoga went the other way. Tap back inside. Caleb Timu. The try comes in the end for Colomiers anyway, and it comes through the talisman, the ball carrier, Caleb Timu.
I think when Colomiers do a move on your 5-metre line, just think, where's Caleb Timu? He's going to get the ball. Let's leave our best tacklers near him. So that people construct these moves just to give people kind of a one-on-one. They're actually quite difficult. That pass that just got made is actually quite a difficult pass. Take it, leave soft hands, leave it in the air for someone to run onto it at pace and arrive at the right moment. It's not that easy to do.
Well, especially when you're 5 metres away and there's a team running at you.
Yeah, because if you get that pass slightly wrong, if the opposition team read it really well, you could end up getting absolutely powered after a long pass like that. But it was really well done. And the coaches are going to be tapping each other's backs for that one.
Caleb Timu. He got, we lost. I'm just trying to remember how many, 12 tries last year, I think it was, career high for him. That's his 5th of the season now.
He's just a ball carrying machine, isn't he? I reckon he's had 6 or 7 carries already.
Alexander Borry, signed from Nacional, taking a step up to Pro de Deux. They've got a couple of guys that have stepped down from top 14 as well. Grenoble, one of the biggest budgets in the league, though. They've got some firepower, some of it not on the field in Sam Davis. And Max Clement, it's his responsibility to try and marshal this team around the field. But again, they've been pilfered.
Butterfingers.
Simatoga.
Oh, and then that behind it.
Compounding the knock-on with playing it on the floor.
He did a really good jackal at the start, but he's gone back into clumsy prop territory after that one. That was terrible. Let's have another look. Miles Edwards got a really good shot there. Might see him holding him up, trying to slow the ball down, tackling in twos.
Yeah, if he'd got his knee down, then if he'd got his knee down, Larrier would have had to have released the ball.
Miles putting some powerful wrestling moves into that one. Right, what we're going to see here. 6+1.
6+1, so they're going to go for a drive. They've got to win the ball first, or at least they're going to shape for a drive.
Yeah, any magic moments with rips out?
A little change, the receiver stepping in to be the lifter. Again, fumbled.
Yeah, that was a very poor from Grenoble. I'm not sure that was an intentional roll out from the hooker, put it that way. Let's have another look at that, because they won the ball relatively easily. I don't know why Six was jumping on his own.
Doing? Was that meant to be? I think that was meant to be shape for the maul, but Hardwick has his hands out the top and pops it to the hooker coming around. Clearly,
yeah, because he wasn't committing, was he? He was on a run, but I think someone got a hand on it as Hardwick was trying to pop it. But you see there at the 6+1 how now the +1, the guy out the lineout's dropping at the last minute, and they switch out the other player to change the photo at the last minute, so the defence find it very difficult to put people in the right position. It's all the rage for line-out coaches.
Oh, I could do a bit of nosing about that sometime. I've got to sort my university team that I coach. I've got to sort their line-out out, Joe. I'll call you for some help.
Okay.
Oh, a little bit of light rain after all in Toulouse. When I think about Toulouse, Joe, even in December, I think it's just going to be Mediterranean-like sunshine.
It's that much further north that... I mean, Perpignan I was walking around again in a T-shirt today. Toulouse is that much further north. It gets a little bit colder, a little bit more 4 seasons than you get down on the south coast, that's for sure. And the whole Atlantic coast is very, very seasonal.
Did you spot?
But,
did you know who that gentleman was they focused on in the stand? By the way, he had fantastic hair.
He did have amazing hair, didn't he?
I kind of there's a bit of me. I walk around, French towns and stuff, and I want to be like a middle-aged Frenchman. They all have great hair and just look lovely pea coats and cool trend, and they can pull off cool trendy trainers.
After I get my FI UK sponsored hair therapy and teeth done, I will go and find his stylist and then walk around Toulouse.
There's great hair everywhere. Not so much on the rugby field.
Walk around Toulouse with an amazing bouffant.
Yeah, exactly. Nice bouffant there in the middle.
But then again, think the flip side. How much time does he have to spend every day? How much money does he have to spend at the stylist, the colourist, getting that barnet done? It must cost him a fortune, and it must take hours every week. Don't forget that, Tim. Don't forget that.
Yeah. I tried to grow my hair out when I came back from the French Rugby World Cup, and I was inspired, and I tried to grow my hair out a bit. And yeah, exactly that. I could never understand how people can just walk down the street and look great. Mine always, it could look good one day out of 4. As Bastien Suri's being mummified by the physio.
I remember you when we were in France that time, before in Toulouse, we went to Toulouse to interview some people there. You had something about Mary hairstyle that day. It looked awesome.
Questionable product, clearly. There's a brass band.
Some French product.
Is there a specific name for a rugby brass band?
I mean, they're called bandos. I think it's more Leland and Biarritz, but I think it stretches as far as Toulouse and maybe the Gers and places like that. But yeah, I think they're called bandos. I think it's a name for it. Like a village, every village and town would have almost like a northern town, mining town with a steel band.
Love it. Right, the line-out has not functioned well so far for Grenoble. And again, I was about to say this one has been sorted.
We've accused him of pizza throwing the other week, and he actually threw really well. And the team played pretty badly, but this time the team are playing a bit better, but he's back to Luigi-style hooker play at the moment. Right, Timu ball carry from the scrum.
In his own half. I mean, probably, let's have a look. Grenoble might be dropping men back for the kick they are, so they're leaving space on the edge. Maybe it'll go straight to Ray Nutu and then out. A couple of passes, get the ball wide. We're seeing that more and more as well, aren't we? Even in their own half. Oh, it is a blindside move, but not through Caleb Timu. Hugo Seguela.
Oh.
Error from Fanu.
That was a great kick. Was that 50-22 as well, if he hadn't stopped it?
Yeah.
So he had to commit. He couldn't just let that one roll. Let's have another look at that. So backfield cover here is really awkward, that scrum. So you probably have to cover a lot of room first. That was a dirty kick. Really difficult. What do? You have to have such soft hands, off balance, to try and stop that one. Right, what's going to happen here, Tim?
This, the pick and go is not there for Caleb Timu.
I see news looking
9
like it's
to
quite
12,
flat.
yeah, 9 to 12. You can already see Tito Giral sat back a little bit. We're not going to see any of it, are we, unless they get the scrum going? Yeah, 9 to 12. Standard move these days in rugby, and I reckon it will be Doulon just running the hard line into contact.
Guess the launch play. The winger looks a little bit too deep at the moment, unless he's going to change the photo at the last minute. He looks like he's going to run wide, the winger on the near side. Will New come up and then, with 13 off his shoulder, play out the back to 10 in the winger? Is that our guess, Tim? Is that our guess?
Oh, I reckon Nutu's going to be the guy carrying it now. I think.
Yeah, both centres hard at the line, 10 and winger out the back.
Straight to Nutu. Doulon, the hole had opened up. Strike plate was not executed. And Grenoble can clear their lines, and they can do that by making a break.
Criminal. Never going to touch.
Portuguese winger tackled by a Spanish winger.
Yeah, trying to get the... It's not a clay court, a tennis, dude. You can't show him the mark on the line. Yeah, there was a hole there, wasn't there? New got the pass wrong. Remember Ollie Lawrence? That beautiful pass he did at the line. When you're running hard at the line, it's a real skill to just pull that little tiny, that soft hands pass to the other centre when you're flush at the line like that. And his skill wasn't up to it then.
I think Costa Storti may have got that pass away before he was actually in touch, but
oh, that's comedy.
He ran the risk, but Grenoble have got the ball back anyway, and Richard Hardwick's on the charge.
Le 7. Passage de bras. Passage de bras, le sauteur est encore en l'air.
Yeah, so he penalised number 7 for pulling the catcher's arm while he was in the air. So when the player's up in the air being lifted at a line out, you can't touch him. And the accusation was that he ripped his arm out. Suri's gone off.
Bastian Suri's off, and Lilian Rossi.
I'm assuming it's an injury.
I'm assuming it's
not for being a terrible
the
thrower.
leg that was being taped up.
That was comedy, wasn't it, afterwards? Let's see that again. He comes in sliding like a ballroom dancer. That's amazing.
There's a request in the chat to have a regular hair treatment segment each game. I don't know if they mean looking at players' hairstyles or just an update from Joe on his hair treatment.
Or
we should get one of those totalizers like they used to have on the telly when they're doing fundraising. Like when we get a certain amount of money, Joe can get new hair.
I go to Istanbul.
Colomiers going to the maul. It's just 4 guys for Grenoble, managed to do a good job at stopping it so far. Thomas Larrieux, the hooker, just pulled up his shorts and got straight back in there.
Yeah.
It's there at the back with Hugo Seguela to Ray Nutu.
Oh, good carry.
Gets through one carry, lifts to Caleb Timu. The 2 ball carrying focuses, and round the corner he goes.
Oh, that was nice.
Jeremy Beshu. Really well worked try. It came from the break from Ray Nutu. Caleb Timu on the shoulder, quick ball,
nice.
Holes open.
Yeah, I want to see it again because Ray Nutu, I think he had the ball in 2 hands, little feint, took one tackler off him, and then one man hit didn't suffice. And once he threw that hole, Caleb Timu's on his shoulder, ready to go. See, Timu interests the other players. You see how 12 jumped off him? So it's a bad read from 12. He was just worried about Timu. So instead of just being in the moment and waiting to read what Nutu was going to do, he was always thinking about Timu. So he left a one-on-one tackle. And not many 10s can make tackles against powerful ball carriers like Nutu. A one-on-one's not enough. 2-man hit against players like that is required.
Banana through, but through nonetheless. Theo Giral 2 from 2, and Clermont are 14 points up on the scoreboard, and it was that man Ray Nutu and that man Caleb Timu set the wheels in motion.
Yeah, it was a really good try. I mean, powerful ball carriers, part of it's their athletic ability, but the bigger part of it, not bigger part of it, like the other half of it is that ability to make those little plays, read the body language of the 12. He's looking at the other guy, he's going to roll off me, and holding that ball and carrying that time.
Restart nearly gathered. Seguela just checks if he's inside or not. Gets the word and exits to touch.
Not a bad exit. Pretty ropey first part where they just didn't catch the ball. The block didn't get anywhere near it. It was very strange play from Colomiers. But after that, straight up exit. Now they need to put pressure in the air.
Different hooker now. First throw for Lilian Rossi. It has not worked so far, and this is why they haven't been able to establish any significant time in Colomiers' half. Set piece has been letting them down.
Yeah.
Miles Edwards come through the middle of it legally.
He did a great job there. Look, let's just watch Miles Edwards again in a minute. He breaks the initial setup of their maul, stays in there and fights his way through. If we get a good shot here, it'd be amazing. You see him there on the lifter, then he slides through between the back lifter, the 6, and then he's into the back. He gets hold of the player at the back, locks it down using his body strength. Probably 3 players trying to pull him off, for want of a better phrase, but he ends up sticking it and staying in. That's just a really good forward play from Miles Edwards there.
I also think Thibaut Martel, the number 6 for Grenoble, just sort of voluntarily took himself out. So he was the seam that he just let Miles Edwards go through a little bit.
It did seem a bit easy, wasn't it? It's like he slid around there. But
I mean, yeah.
Recognising the opportunity and then having that power to go through.
Absolutely.
I recognise that last guy who was there, whose hair wasn't quite as impressive, but I can't remember his name off the top of my head. It'll come to me. A lot of the Canal Plus cameramen and people that operate around the rugby Canal Plus have been there for so long, for decades. They know so much about rugby. They often pick people out in the crowd. They'll be spotting anyone who's who. It's just such a big part of Canal Plus. And Canal Plus is a big part of Top 14 in Pro D2.
And I know a lot of people talk about French TV directors. Nice little trot on and off the pitch, Robin Bellman. A lot of people talk about French TV directors and stuff, but actually the one thing that they unquestionably do better than anyone is slow-mo shots as well. Dramatic slow-mo shots.
They must go to. There must be a slow-mo module when they get in there. Director's license. Dramatic slow-mos.
Especially
when people crying or emotional. Emotional people.
I can't remember what you called it last week, Joe, but especially when players are doing that thing where they kind of blow a raspberry.
Yeah.
Always slow-mos of those. Right, scrum time. Grenoble, they started brightly, but they've lost their way. We're now 22 minutes in, and they're not able to get any sort of territory. Colomiers have the confidence to try and create something out of nothing. But Rodrigo Martins had to rescue the situation. No ground made, but they have possession. Grenoble have men on their feet in the defensive line. It's slow.
I'm sure we'll see Colomiers, the new Colomiers, going to the pressure option. A poor one.
Escond kicks it back. Giral just keeps it in play. Or does he?
Again, this is Grenoble had a penalty, got a 6+1, which they messed up. They had that turnover where they put pressure on a line out, and then they nearly scored with Storti, and then this is their latest entry into the 22. So they're not creating. Last year they're creating phase after phase, line breaks, working their way, forcing penalties and with their attack. This year it's just not the same, is it? They're not creating as many opportunities. They're not attacking nearly as well.
I do wonder how much of a difference Roman Triou will make when he comes back on. He's been hampered with injuries this season. He's such a key man. As a goal kicker, as much as anything, he can build that scoreboard pressure. Scored some 50, 55-metre kicks to win games last year.
That Oyonnax game they won was a injury time 55-metre kick from him, I think.
Megdoud just on the inside. I think Megdoud's going to be the guy that ends up with the ball here. The left winger just on the inside of his fly half. Hardwick.
Introduction.
When it rains, it pours.
Hardwick seems like he's putting weight every week. Maybe the shirt's getting tighter. Yeah, he said he fed it. Yeah, he did. That was not straight, was it? That's quite hard from that angle. It looked pretty sus, didn't it?
And that would, again, another reminder, that's only in French rugby. The credible feed, I think, is how they describe it. So it doesn't have to be exactly straight, but it has to not look that crooked.
Yeah, it's getting ridiculous sometimes. At international level, you're still allowed to do it, I think.
Yeah, you can just feed it straight to the number 8.
And I was having big discussions. A lot of Kiwis and Aussies are in charge of various parts of the world rugby, and a lot of them just wanted to get the scrum out and done, authorising that loose concept of putting the ball in. I believe. This is just what I heard in
I'm
the discussion.
completely on board for July the 4th next year, Joe, when England play South Africa. I'm 100% behind you on that. Otherwise, I think I'll probably disagree.
That's the one day, yeah, I agree.
Grenoble trying to get a rumble on. Miles Edwards hasn't managed to get through the middle of this one. Jeremy Beshu trying to stop it. Penalty advantage for another one of his teammates who's gone in the side.
Yeah.
Hard work from the men from the Alpes. Eric Ascon with penalty advantage in his back pocket. They can chance their arm.
That was a daft penalty. He almost looked like he's joining in there more. Like he got a knock on the head and joined in the opposition more. That was a daft. The coach is going to be pretty angry with him there. The three, was it Sopawanga? My pronunciation.
Simatoga, yeah.
Sopawanga's the ex-Wasps fly half. Sipatoga, yeah.
So yeah, but that more worked pretty well though for Grenoble.
Yeah, they broke off, left 3 or 4 like Miles Edwards and three other players. As they splinter off. See how it shears off? And you have 3 players with the original block who went up, holding back 4 players. And Sipatoga just stays part of it on the wrong side. A daft penalty.
He had hold of it. He had hold of the same man the whole time, but it was his arms were. He was at arm's length, like he was taking a dog for a walk. Can Rossi find his man again? They go to the front. Easier to defend, but easier to grab as well. Gauthier breaks off and gets to within a metre. Timu and Adelaide. That's an interesting shape. 5-man pod. Not seen one like that before. Grenoble close. And are they over? If not, they are as close as you can be. There's blue bodies all over their line.
Oh, bagarre.
Stop.
Adelaide. I'm not sure who's taken on there.
Bit of judo. Let's go with our Thursday night rugby.
Yes, Grenoble will get some points on the board.
Did he give a penalty or a try there?
Try.
Give it a try.
Yeah. Well, it is a bit loose there. The 9 manages to take him down. Grenoble, so the maul is, again, that entry came from forcing a mistake. It's very good. A good maul broke off, silly penalty. Now, another maul leading to a try.
Le 4 et 7. 7.
So I think they're going to have a word with Adelaide and the Grenoble sept, number 7.
I wonder if Pro Dida is old enough, sort of old school enough that it will just make him have a handshake.
Shake hands, say sorry.
Ce qui se passe dans l'embut n'est pas acceptable, je préfère ça.
There we
Fais
go.
confiance pour revenir au jeu. J'ai été clair? Merci.
He got them together to shake hands. There you go.
Reprise du temps.
Pro Dida, little bit of handbags, play on.
Yeah,
And an old school handshake.
loving it. I think Escard is actually might be first choice now.
Escond, yeah, you might be
Ahead
wrong.
of-
Barnaby
ahead of
Quiyu.
Quiyu.
Barnaby Quiyu, though, no, I reckon. If it was top 14 final, Quiyu, he's your boy. And if it was a top 14 final, Grenoble will be hoping they have Sam Davis, but without him, Max Clement sticks the extras over.
It'd be fascinating to see when Sam Davis comes back, whether Grenoble just suddenly click again. They've had a change of coach. They still got all the other players that they had, minus Hulu or 1 or 2 others. But if Sam Davis comes back and makes the team click again, it'd be fascinating to watch.
Beast of a kick from Farnu, up towards halfway.
So, Lebel?
Mathis Lebel. Yeah, of course, this is in Toulouse, so just up the road. I wonder if the Colomiers and Stade Toulousain players hang out.
I think a lot of the young Toulouse players who didn't quite make it probably end up going to Toulouse, to Colomiers to carry on.
Par les blancs en arrière.
This time it's Grenoble's turn to turn over a line out. It's taken them back 25 metres to tidy up the possession.
I'm not sure Storti knocked that on. You know?
There's been a couple of those. I didn't think Théo Giral knocked the ball on earlier in his own 22.
If you're not 100% sure, play on. Keep the ball and play. Let's carry on. Right, guess the launch play. There's winger Nu sitting off. I reckon the winger's going to run off 9 with Nu.
Here you go. Yeah,
So
Nu's going to be
10 out
involved
the
somewhere.
back.
Nu's going to be involved either as a crucial decoy or...
Actually, maybe it's a bit deep now. You might be getting this off 10 this time.
Timu off the base. 9 to Nu out the back it goes to Giral. He was looking at the young man Carmona, the winger, who's off his wrong wing. We've got the whole of the back 3 to the right. There is Carmona. Back through the middle, Miles
nice.
Edwards to his second row partner. They're trying to get the ball straight to the edge. It's on. Needed the tackle. Possible counter up. Marta. Hot steps his way into the 22. Blindside through Larieux. Miles Edwards has been busy. Goes north. Grenoble are defending their 22 like the try line, but Adelaide's made his way in. A fine turnover. Is there a transition opportunity or is there space in the backfield? Farnou sticks his right peg through it again. Giral stays in field. He and Bory were after it. The 215s come together as Escon goes down the blind side. This is more like Grenoble in the first 5 minutes. And Rafael Costa Storti's away. He hits his other winger, Megdude. Can he get the ball back? He gathers it. The 2 Portuguese international wingers, the teammates against each other one more. Farnou, who started it with that kick. And they've found themselves, they could go level. Shot. What a hit. In the pocket, crossfield kick. Cannot gather it.
That was an entertaining sequence to play, that one. I think when the Colomiers 10 kicked it back with the up and under, the 2 players, they both chased it. Then Grenoble won that ball, and there was literally no one home behind that when they broke through into the backfield.
Oh, we saw the wheels
nice
from
handling.
Storti as well. Him and Megdude, if that 1-2. To be fair, the Colomiers players with the scramble D managing to get in between the 2 wingers just to make the pass difficult.
Yeah, it's a real art to be able to mess up line breaks like that. Try and prevent them from making the pass while your teammate can track them down. Because after a line break, it's often an opportunity for turnovers as well at the back, if you play it right. But
most recent comment in the chat, how did they not score? Well, that was a bit more like it from Grenoble. They had, spotted Reynou covering the whole 15-metre channel on his own, Storti to Megdude, and it was that. Maybe the pass should have gone earlier. As Storti switched in field, rather than trying to run outside him and then pass the ball over the top of Marta. Easy to Monday morning quarterback it.
Monday morning quarterback. So,
sorry, I'm an NFL fan, Joe.
is that an expression for the guys after the act?
Yeah, it's easy to. Hindsight's 2020. I could have said that as well.
No, I like it. I like it.
Yeah. I am enjoying that little Portuguese head-to-head.
Il n'y a pas d'en avant là-bas, on fait une erreur de jugement.
Ok.
Donc du coup on repart sur une touche ici. Okay.
Pour Colomiers, oui. Qui n'est pas en jeu, le troisième but,
Non,
sur le pilier.
non.
Yeah, it was,
maybe
as it turned out,
Storti
Marta
could have
just
kept
got
that
his
alive.
fingertip to it.
Ouais, ouais, pas de problème. Non, non,
Tipping his middle finger to the ball.
y a rien.
Maybe you want Marta to commit to the tackle and then make the offload in that situ. Storti closing up on him, make it easier.
Caleb
Apparently
Timu
there's-
steals 5 more metres.
Yeah, apparently he's got a ball carry bonus
C'est
in his
touché, c'est
contract.
contré par un blanc.
Oh, is that
Interesting.
already out? What's the decision here going to be on the assistant referee?
What was it?
Donc touche pour les bleus parce que c'est
Was he
contré.
already?
Tout à fait.
Was his
He actually smashed it forward. And he was out in touch anyway. What's he trying to do? Does it go backwards?
If you're stood in touch and you touch it, does
Yeah.
that used to be? I remember it was always really annoying, that rule, when someone could have 1 foot in touch, catch the ball in field, and it would be a line out. And when
Yeah.
you played, that was the law.
That did suck.
Well, one more for the ball carry bonus. How many carries do you reckon he has to get for a bonus? What would be 25?
Every 100 he gets an extra 10k.
Well, Marta, if he has a bonus, it will be for tries scored, but he saved one just a moment ago. And he carries there. Seguela goes to the skies.
En arrière par le bleu.
And now, transition ball, Ray Nu spots space in the backfield. And they're chasing Farnu down. Nowhere to go.
Man, they should put more pressure on that one.
5 bleu.
And from possibly being able to equal the scores, Grenoble are facing the
Jouez-le.
last 5 minutes of this first half, possibly stuck in their own territory.
The band are picking up. They're excited. I think he went off his feet there.
I want to know when Sam Davis is back. He was meant to be back in November, I'm sure.
Let's text him at half time.
Yeah, we'll give him a message. And if he's not playing rugby, he might as well come on. He could come and do a commentary with us.
You could do. Do you reckon you could commentate in your own team? I would not have been able to do
I
that.
wouldn't have got him to do a Grenoble game. And plus, no, it's funny being a rugby player. You have to be so careful about what you say, don't
Yeah,
you?
you can't give people ammunition.
Don't want to give them anything to stick up on the dressing room wall.
Avantage terminé.
Oh, what a pass.
He's had a busy half. Miles Edwards on both sides of the ball.
Oh, nice.
Seguela with a classic Gregan.
En avant.
And we've had this conversation before. You didn't know what a Gregan ball was, did you?
No, I did. Agreeing, definitely. It's like he invented that move,
Yeah,
isn't it?
it became so well the move that he did that he got it named after him.
That you've made it when you've done that, haven't you? You've made it.
Envoie-moi le soigneur de Colomiers,
What would a
s'il te plaît.
cocker be?
Ça saigne encore.
I've
Il faut
just
qu'il
What would
fasse
your
un
move
changement
be?
pour saignement.
It would
S'il te
be
plaît.
En fait, ça tombe et ça fait glisser.
oh, it would be like
Non, ça
just
saigne, ça
holding a
saigne.
microphone expertly under
Non,
someone's
c'est-
chin.
Ah,
A Worsley would be flying head first at someone's. No.
Yeah, just dislocating someone's ankle.
Yeah, exactly.
Ok.
You never had an
Gidley,
issue with high
Ryan
tackles, really,
Gidley.
did you? Actually, that was yours. Like you were
No,
ahead of your
I
time.
don't think. I never got red carded. I reckon one. I might have been in trouble
En
with a
place.
very small Uruguayan at the Rugby World Cup once.
On y va.
But yeah, apart from that, I reckon I'd have been all right. But the Ryan Gidley, remember Gidley? He was a league player. When that pass out the back came on, we were just talking about Gidleys.
Oh yeah,
I don't think anyone calls it that anymore. I
They
see in
don't.
France it's a Shistra.
it didn't stick.
I'm not sure. What's it in the UK now?
What the chicken
Out
wing
the
thing?
back.
You're talking about
Yeah,
that?
chicken. It's a chicken wing, yeah.
Yeah,
Is that what
chicken
everyone
wing.
calls it now?
That's the most common use of it, I think.
So Ryan Gidley's gone. It's now a chicken wing. All right.
I've been enjoying the scrum. Proper contest. 2 passes out, and Afanu's got cannon.
Les bleus.
Borry against
Great
Fanu.
challenge.
Là derrière.
Some really fun head-to-head matchups in this game so far.
Yeah,
Two
that was a great
15s have
contest.
had a good contest.
I think they might have clashed heads though.
Max Clement and Adelaide, that is not a contest.
Oh man, putting the bins out again now.
Neuf. Jouez-le.
Good question in the chat. How long before we get Dans les yeux d'Emilie? Yeah, that song needs to be played by the brass band. Come on, fellas. Renou again. At the heart of everything good about Colomiers, and he almost set Giral on his way. They're playing fast. If they can again. Oh, Grenoble got their defence organised well.
En avant, les bras sont ouverts.
Giral's not a bad player, but he's just not quite as good as what's his face? They lost back to Toulouse. His name I just now forgotten.
Oh! That brain farted it myself.
Yeah, but that's a slight difference as well for him at the moment. And remember, it's been what, 3 weeks since they lost him.
On y va, messieurs.
Loris, Hugo Loris.
No. It's going to annoy me now.
That's going to bug us. Please help us, watchers. Please help us. Miles Edwards and Adelaide are putting in some great work tonight. Adelaide, I really enjoyed watching him the other week. He looks like a real talent. He's quite young as well, isn't he?
Delpy.
Yes, there we go, Delpy.
Valentin Delpy. Oh, that would have really annoyed me. Yeah, no, I agree with you. Adelaide's been putting it about, as he did last week.
Flexion. Lié.
I think he might have been subbed for throwing. Poorly.
Neuf.
Yeah, I think you might be right. This time Nu'u is the decoy. Dulon almost through a hole again. Nu'u plays halfback inside to Timu. Nu'u again, mentioning those two so much.
Sortez les blancs.
The ball is recycled quickly. Timu to Adelaide. Same way. They get to an edge, so the defence will fly up on this one.
Derrière.
Back down the blind side. The lift.
Avantage les plaqueurs qui sortent.
Carmona not getting a try this time either.
Plaqueurs.
So they penalised the tackler for not getting out of the way. Storty eventually got hold of the ball. Not his part of the game jackling. You see there though, Colomiers, their DNA from last year coming through. They don't wait for number 9 to pick the ball up. If it's free, they can accelerate and go themselves. And their offloading game, like you see here, you've seen tonight them make a few wonderful offloads already. And again, you can see there how he penalised the 5 for holding him and then lying on the wrong side.
The hooter for half-time. 14-7. It could have been 14-all, but here we go. There may well be a 2-score lead opened up at the end of this one. Colomiers camped deep in Grenoble territory. Big moment in the match, you feel.
Right, what's going to happen? Let's have a look.
Caleb Timu straight off the base.
Flexion. Lié.
He's got one hand free already.
Allez, on se décale. On la refait.
Phil on the chat says that a Sonny Bill chicken wing became a bit of a thing. So Sonny Bill was the guy actually since your boy, the rugby league player.
He's claimed it, has he?
Well, he did it enough that people would talk about it being a Sonny Bill.
The first time I saw it was that number 8, that Kiwi number 8, who had kind of a big barnet playing for Barbarians.
How long ago are we talking?
We're talking early 2000s. Really good ball carrying, handling number 8. Don't think he ever got capped. Maybe 1 cap or 2 caps. All Blacks.
Well, we got an Australian capped number 8, Caleb Timu, who is going to carry from the base. Takes 3 to stop him, but they do. Round the corner. Grenoble are going to survive. And
Why
that is the last play in the first half.
Like that?
Big moment.
When you're that close to the line, that's a huge moment. You're that close to the line, and you're throwing a mad long pass. Just keep going, keep playing on top of it. 3 meters from the line. You're a lunatic. If I was a forward now, I would be having sincere words with my number 9 about throwing that pass, because you've got to be patient. Take your time. If there's a penalty, yeah, have a crack. If the forwards are absolutely hanging because they've done about 8 rucks in a row, then okay, maybe use the back line.
Yeah,
here we go.
Dernière minute, vous avez réussi à mettre un peu de la main sur le ballon.
Ouais, après on défend beaucoup quand même. On subit pas mal.
We've had to defend a lot. We've been quite submissive.
Il va avoir le vent en deuxième mi-temps, donc il va falloir bien gérer le match pour essayer de revenir
We have to manage the match a lot better for the second half to be good.
Les vestiaires, Théo Giral nous a rejoint, le joueur de Colomiers. Bonsoir. On sent qu'il y a eu 2 mi-temps peut-être au sein de votre équipe. Comment vous, sur le terrain, vous jugez ces 40 premières minutes?
Non, mais franchement, on se sent bien, on n'est pas inquiété. Juste, il faut qu'on marque.
So we've got no worries. We've been playing really well.
Comme avant la mi-temps, là. Et après, il faut
We've won some important moments like we just had then.
Une sortie de camp de merde et on prend un essai.
Yeah, apart from one poor exit and we took a try out the back. Got to stop things like that.
Well, this one could go either way. Colomiers will feel they should have been 2 scores up. Grenoble will feel like they should have been equal just a moment ago. As it is, it's game on here. Half time. We've got some. Joe and I have got some cool stuff for you for half time. Big second half on the way. It is Colomiers 14, Grenoble 7.
I mean, to be fair, so the translation of what you said was actually a really shit exit. That's the exact words he used there.
Welcome back to the channel. Let's wrap up the rugby in France and across the rugby universe, actually, from the weekend. And I'll be doing that, as ever, alongside Joe Worsley, who is in Perpignan. And, well, actually, let's jump straight to Perpignan, Joe. Not the result you wanted, but
no.
Performance?
A little bit deflated. I'm still a little bit deflated. We were in the game. We'll have a look at some clips later. But there's 2 sides of me. Performance side, there was some good stuff there to build on, to go forward with. But we didn't get any points. And the second half, some disappointing moments that you're going to see in the highlights.
Well, we'll come on to that in a minute. Just a reminder, we are free to air. The only place you can get professional men's rugby for free in the UK is here on FR UK. And we've got live rugby this Thursday night. We'll be at Colomiers for Pro de Deux. So join us from 8 p.m. for kickoff. We'll be on air about 10 minutes before. But that's one reason of many to make sure, if you haven't already, you subscribe to the channel. Go and check out all the other great content that is there. Joe, there's some mad moments this weekend.
Yeah, mental, literally mental. I've really enjoyed the first weekend back. Well, most of the internationals coming back into the fold. Obviously, Toulouse rested quite a few of them, but still, some amazing moments. What's your favourite batshit crazy moment? Can I say that? I'm not sure.
You said it, mate. That's fine. I mean, favourite's a weird one because there were so many brain dead moments. I mean, obviously the most high profile one is Ebenezer-Beth in Cardiff, just 140 caps, and then he goes and does that, which is just, well, that looked really ugly. So he's probably going to get dealt a harsh punishment. Just on that, have you ever had anyone going after your eyes, Joe?
Yeah, I'm not going to say who, but one time, bottom of a ruck, I was getting elbowed in the face and I was lashed out. Didn't really see it. I obviously connected, and then the next thing I know, there was a thumb in my eye. But he got his punishment. He got his punishment in another way later on.
Okay, right. Cool. Very cryptic. Maybe if you ever see Joe out in a bar somewhere, buy him a drink and get him to tell that story. Sounds like a good one. But in the top 14, there were 2 other mad moments. One, Tarrant at half time.
Yeah.
Just before half time in the Toulouse Racing game. I mean, and these 2 moments, because there was him and then there was Antoine Hastoy in the first minute of the La Rochelle game. It was like out of Street Fighter.
It was like a Street Fighter. Or He-Man. Who's the He-Man's kind of muse? That guy with no neck who used to headbutt people.
Ram Man.
Ram Man, yeah. It was Ram Man and Ryu from Street Fighter. It was,
or like
it was a
E
crazy
Honda.
moment.
E Honda used to have a headbutt move.
Oh, was
so
E Honda was a spinning headbutt thing.
Yeah, he had a
could have been him as well, yeah, right,
flying headbutt move. So that was a bit like that as well. So yeah, somewhere between Ram Man and E Honda's flying headbutt.
Or Zidane. Zidane moment.
Yes.
It's in the DNA.
Oh wow. And then another mad one was Antoine Hastoy, who, I mean, I wonder whether he would argue that was just instinctive and accidental. It's just, but it looked like something. It looked like a Ryu super kick.
It did. He's not the bravest soul. Maybe he just lashed out in fear. I don't know what else to say. What other reason would there be for him to? You know, you can't put your studs near the face of another person, and he did it. 34 seconds in, red card.
And well, that didn't help Ronan O'Gara, who
his
own frustration.
When we talk about the game, I think Ronan, I'm worried actually about, because before he had issues and he had to wind his neck in completely. He couldn't say anything, otherwise he'd be in real trouble. I'm hoping that kind of prohibition period has passed, because otherwise he could be in massive trouble. Because the more often you do things like this, the higher and higher and higher they're going to go with the punishment. I hope he's going to be all right.
Right, well, those are some of the mad moments. Clearly, I don't know if there was a full moon this weekend, but it was some people just were heads gone. But let's get into the actual rugby itself then. You've prepared some moments from...
Yeah, I watched a lot of rugby this weekend. Really enjoyed it. I mean, UBB, they're looking deadly again. Jalibert is just deadly. There's a kick pass he did in this game. It's not on there, but pretty amazing. And just UBB scoring tries that they score, as you see again here. They're just capable of holding on to the ball. Much better than many teams. And phase after phase after phase. And anytime they get quick ball, you're chasing your tail. And at some moment they're going to have that kind of moment. They get a fast player in some space, and they do this. So UBB are a joy to watch, and that's one of the reasons. But Montpellier have been really good. Against us, they were so efficient. And some of their players are insanely strong. They can break tackles, create opportunities when they get those 22 entries. And they're powerful scrum, powerful maul, gets them a lot of entries into that 22. But UBB really were in this match until like 66 minutes. They were ahead on 66 minutes. And UBB are a team full of character, but recently they've not had quite the same form. But at the end of the game, big ball carriers like Billy and Nushi is playing out with skin as well. So they've got ball carriers like that. Physicality won them the day. And this is the moment we were talking about earlier in terms of Zidane's long-lost son. Mental, huh? Insane, but absolutely crazy moment. Then there's chucking out the... putting the bins out in the morning. It's a new type of tackle. But then, to be fair, he got put out like a bag of trash. But now, look at this. On the flip side, that's talent, huh?
This is the Belgian kid, right?
Yeah, the kid from Belgium. He's normally a 10. He's amazing. He's a real talent. And
and apparently Toulouse actually found him in Belgium. He didn't arrive there.
Yeah, he's actually playing for Belgium. He's proud. He's so proud to be from Belgium. He's been any hope of playing for France. He's playing for Belgium. Yeah, it's amazing. And then just Dupont's back. Dupont's back, guys. This is the moment he's back in this game, and just a little moment of genius from him, realising there's no cover in the backfield. Bit of chat with Lebel, and voila, he's back in the groove. Didn't look too out of it. But there's so many good games this weekend, so many tight games. ASM, Stade Francais, two teams that are very pressure-based arm wrestling teams. So it wasn't probably as entertaining as other games. But Stade Francais, in Clermont, went ahead near the death. Okay, so they went ahead near the death, and they scored tries like this to keep them in the game. So with the turnovers that they can create, they create these transition moments. They're very good. It's why they're so high in the table at the moment. But with the penalty at the last on the death, 80th minute, listen to the crowd. The place went nuts when Clermont scored this try at the death. I mean, the Wigan, they butchered it there at the end, but hey, French rugby, the atmosphere there was incredible. So Clermont are still wrestling in that top 6, looking pretty good. I mean, Toulon-Montauban's only ever going to go one way, but just look at this skill now.
Oh, I love it.
Amazing. Mathis Ferte playing 9, saw the opportunity, accelerated the play, and that little chip he did was just genius, wasn't it? It's incredible, Tim, wasn't it? That's the only highlight I took from that game because it was very one-sided. This is our match. Second half, we're at the races, but, I mean, this overplaying a bit, still in touch, chance to win, that puts us out of reach. Bit of stupid tackle before of a player catching a high ball. Penalty. Go out of reach, then we're just stretching the game. Here you'll see the stupid tackle. Yeah, penalty behind that. And that just put us out of reach. So we're 1 score away. We wanted to get a bonus point out of the game. We're in touch the whole match, and then at the end on the 80th minute, interception. Going for the bonus. So yeah, we're really disappointed, but there were some good moments during the game. We're fighting in it, and we're in it, deep into that second half, which is a big step ahead of where we were the week before. So yeah, there are some green shoots coming through there, going into the European weeks. And then we're on to another crazy moment. Kung Fu Kid. Hastoy, yellow card, 34 seconds. And after that, La Rochelle fought, and they scored quite a few tries, but Pau scored 50 in the end, and they got moments like this. Amazing pass, kick passes. Our Foy is on fire. The guy's... Atasoglu got injured. This guy comes in. Now he might be in the French squad. He's just done so well. They've got so much young talent. At Pau, they're really riding high. But no, it was a really entertaining top 14 weekend. Loved it. The craziness and the amazing rugby. So top 14.
Well, we got a big weekend of rugby to look forward to in the Champions Cup. And, well, back here at the Stade Michel Bondeschou, it's 14-7, Colomiers against Grenoble. And the FR UK Elves have been working their magic behind the scenes. Me and Joe were chatting and said, wonder when Sam Davis is back. Well, we just got in touch with him. Do you want to... we now know, don't we?
We do know. Do
Sam
share it?
Davis
Can we share it?
himself. Sam Davis says, hopefully, fingers crossed, before Christmas. So, I mean, there's only 2 games left before Christmas. He says, if not, definitely just after. So the return of Sam Davis, Wales' Sam Davis, is imminent. Good news.
That will be, especially for Grenoble. It'll be fascinating to see what happens, really, because without him, they've not been the same. They're still fighting in this match, though, aren't they? They're still in touch. A little bit lucky, maybe, to be in touch at the end there, but hey, it's meaning we're going to have an entertaining second half start.
In the chat, I'm having to look this up to know what they're talking about, but Dan Evans has said that you, Joe, are giving him clear, big Steve Claus vibes, which is that's not something I'm aware of. I'm looking up Steve Claus on the internet.
Claus.
Oh, it's like a sort of animated type Christmas movie.
Okay.
I think looking at the guy, I think that's a compliment.
Yeah. Steve Claus. Okay. Here, this is awesome.
We're in the middle of the huddle now.
We can all do more. If we carry on doing what we're doing, it'll do well. We've raised the level again. Keep raising the level without stopping. Wasn't any given Sunday, that one. The Lowell could come up with some good ones.
He's been the main man for Colomiers in the first half. Him and Adelaide, the two in the pack. Caleb Timu and Thomas Adelaide. Miles Edwards as well. In fact, the physicality that Colomiers have been bringing, it was the area that they didn't quite match up with Brive last weekend, and they've responded.
No, definitely. And Caleb wasn't starting last week. He came on for a while, but maybe it was already too late by the time he got in touch. But he is someone who is carrying so much ball. It's ridiculous. Tonight, I think he must have already hit nearly 15 carries, and that's in the first half. 20 carries is a lot for a game, and he's already somewhere near that. Incredible nous about where to get the ball. Obviously, they set up a lot of moves so he gets the carry, because he's their main weapon. Now, he's also just fantastic at sniffing out his opportunities. Such a good carrier.
Just one observation from my selfish perspective. I prefer Colomiers' numbers on the back of the jerseys to Grenoble's, which I can barely read. I can't tell between a number 7 and a number 1 with that font.
Yeah, it's a horrible font, isn't it? It's a horrible font. I mean, kit fonts as a halftime discussion could come in maybe next week.
Well, you were part of one of the first teams to go with the skin-tight kits from the old cotton style.
Yes, we were. It was amazing. Hang on, more on that in a minute.
Richard Hardwick intelligently leaves the ball, stands up, gets a few more metres. Grenoble started the first half brightly last time. They need to start well. You feel if Colomiers get the next try, that could be the win. Marta, was he taken in the air? I think he certainly tried to make that case to the referee with his face.
Yeah, I think it worked. Yeah, skin-tight kits. 2003 World Cup, just before it, wasn't it?
No, it was. I think it was just immediately before the 2003 World
Cup.
Yeah,
just before. I remember they were touting all these different styles and skin-tight outfits. And for the back three, they pulled out like a leotard with a tiny crop top over the top. So there's literally nothing you could grab, not even any shorts. And I remember Jason Robinson's face. It was a firm no from him about wearing that one.
Did that kit come about because of Clive Woodward's kind of 1% improvements everywhere?
Yeah, it was a bit. I think it was one of Clive's ideas, and yeah, it was a good one. The old kit was very, very easy to grab.
Yeah, the Clive Woodward 1% marginal gains. That's what his book and any talk he ever does is basically about. Yeah,
hang on, there's copyright issues here, Tim. Marginal gains is the other dude, Brailsford.
Oh, the cycling guy.
Yeah, the cycling guy.
Oh, I'll let Clive Woodward.
Clive had
Brailsford
another expression for it. I can't remember what it was. But there they are, yeah. I can't remember, they'll copyright them. I can't remember Clive's version of it. Beyond number 1, maybe? Maybe that rings a bell? Something along those lines.
Well, it worked. I remember France had the same kit in 2003, but obviously with their colours. But no, I didn't. I thought it might have been an England invention. Nike, wasn't it? Good times. Yeah. Rodrigo Marta.
Ooh.
Bust through. We haven't really seen the game bust open except for a couple of moments. A lot of attrition. Footwork from Miles Edwards. The defensive line, clearly there's a bit more attitude from Grenoble to get off the line and close that space. And they need to when they're facing Lineout. Into touch. Ooh, foot on the line. That ball on the line. You'd have been happy with that defensive set, wouldn't you, Joe?
Yeah, they're really pumped. They've come out. Fouzier is like a big defensive centre, real big man for him. He's putting a great shot at the end there to virtually put the man in touch, who then lost the ball and it rolled out. Yeah, great defensive set. They attacked the seam initially, got a bit go forward, then behind that, you see the power of the man. Big, strong, powerful centre. Tinder-esque style hit there.
Thank you to Hitchhiker's Pie, who said Clive Woodward's thing was teacup. Which
thinking clearly under pressure.
Clearly under pressure, I think, yeah. Thinking correctly under pressure.
En avant volontaire, pas de surnombre, simple pénalité.
Sorry.
En avant volontaire.
Sorry, je sais pas, sorry.
Poteau.
I don't know what sound. Marginal gains, teacup. I don't know, Tim. I don't know. Do you think Erasmus going on about teacups, marginal gains?
Somehow I think not. In fact, I've watched the Chasing the Sun documentary, so definitely not.
Et là,
From what I can tell, what they did in the 23 World
Je
Cup
suis
is they
d'accord.
would just play clips in team meetings of Irish rugby podcasts.
Really?
To wide, yeah. Some of the Irish podcasters say some wild stuff, and just play that in the team meeting. Motivation.
Like what?
Done.
Like what kind of wildness we talking here?
Oh, just about.
The Irish are going
I'll
to take
let
them down.
Giral see if he can put his team 10 points ahead, which he does. They take the 3. You can see there's a little bit of moisture in the air. I can't remember exactly what it said, but there's one podcast in particular. I'm not going to name it because it almost doesn't deserve to be named. But they're just a bit rage baity, and that was it. So, but it does make me laugh because we're in the kind of YouTube podcast game that there might be coaches who are mentioning stuff we say to try and fire their team
Cocker
up.
said this.
Well, I can't have the guy say anything that
fini blanc.
anyone would use as motivation.
Lâchez-le.
Farnou wrapped up by Jérémy Béchu. Grenoble have not got into their stride. Sam Davis in a couple of weeks will make a difference.
Ooh, that is
But
flat out crap play from the 10 there.
that was just poor.
From Clement. Oh, was it Fusier kicked that one?
Yeah.
He's done holding his hands up. That was poor. Grenoble, it was a good quality from Colomiers exit. They smashed the first phase. So playing after that's really, really difficult. They did actually get a bit go forward. But then they kicked off the back of it. It's a bizarre choice. Bizarre game management from Grenoble. They played when they probably shouldn't have, and then they kicked it when they should probably have played. Very strange.
We have not had that song yet from the brass band.
Stop. Arrêt du temps. Capitaine de touche. Vous annoncez 6, vous mettez à 5. D'accord? Donc clarifiez le nombre s'il vous plaît. Donc,
So
vous
he's
êtes
having a go at
combien?
him there. He said
5.
he's accusing him of saying we have 6 players and they've actually got 5.
Reprise du temps.
It's hard to count sometimes, isn't it? Oh, stolen. What do they do with this transition ball? There's space to the right.
Ooh.
Another shanked kick.
Could work out.
Storty did well.
Ooh, ouch.
Offload, not so good. A second
couple
error
of mistakes
in as
from
many
Fusier.
minutes from Romain Fusier. Storty's looking frustrated. He did so well to get the ball to him in the first place.
Great steal.
Qu'est-ce qu'il y a?
Got up there really fast in front. A shank kick falling nicely for Storty. And then Fusier.
Bon, allez, mêlée. On y va, messieurs, mêlée à 5 mètres.
And then poor skill level.
Rafael Costa Storty, record number of tries in a Pro D2 season a couple of years ago before he went to the top 14, where we were expecting him last year to kind of announce himself at that level, but didn't really work out with Stade Francais.
Yeah, I don't think physically he seems to be...
Flexion.
The physicality of the top 14 is a step above this. Someone like Storty, really struggled. Yeah, I mean, Capozzo is what Storty wanted to be, I suppose. Is that kind of player.
He got a hat-trick earlier in the season, the only 3 tries that he's scored so far. And it's more a reflection of the way Grenoble are playing.
Jouez-le.
That's
Yeah,
gone
certainly
slow,
when
I
he's
think.
playing at Béziers, he was playing for a team that were massively attack-minded.
I do think as well as we've got Sam Davis, but also the man that's on the bench at the moment. Looking forward to seeing him on Romain Triou. That centre partnership with Romain Fusier last season was,
Bleu.
well, the whole 3, the 10, 12, 13 for Grenoble was absolute heartbeat of their team. That's going to go
Foot
too long
race.
for Colomiers. Théo Giral,
Just having a breather.
22-year-old. He's came from Clermont-Auvergne.
22.
He's been doing all right in the absence of Delpy.
Non, non, non.
Had a good game last week.
Yeah, he did play okay, didn't he?
Reculez derrière la ligne. Reculez.
The chat, Joe, is about your carbon footprint at the minute.
Oh, really?
Because you were in Barcelona last week. You mentioned you were back in London earlier in the week. And
Maybe
you're
I cycled back.
currently. Mate, no judgment here.
You have to offset it.
Well,
Le ballon est sorti.
it's offset with lots of haircuts, apparently. Is someone sticking up for you? Johannes Jonker with the carrier. Scond tries to speed the ball up. Every pass is just not quite on the money, not out in front of the player. The lift this time, that worked. Thought about the offload, thought better of it. Scond recycles, it's slow again. Max Clement feeds the forward runner and works around. Goes himself. Looking for the spaces around the breakdown. There is a hole. Fusier this time, just behind Storti.
Dani.
And that probably sums up Grenoble's season as much as anything.
It does, doesn't it? A bit of genius. He ran it at the line really well, took the line on, ran at some space. Made the defender move to the player inside him because there's a big hole there. Carried it wonderfully through the hole, and then killer pass time. Skill failure.
Completely did him with that.
Completely, yeah.
Oui, arrêt du temps.
And just threw a brick off his left hand. So obviously physically very talented. Just some of that handling,
Il y a
yeah.
un joueur au sol.
Right, the changes are on. Front rows.
Well, Miles looks in pain there.
Okay.
Is that, do you reckon he's got a dead arm, or is that something he always does?
It's already bandaged up quite heavily, isn't it?
Allez, très bien.
It's a long season. It's a tough one for a front five forward. You earn your call in Pro D2, don't you?
Merci, c'est parfait.
Yeah, and he's certainly put it in tonight.
monsieur.
That's for sure.
So that's Jean Thomas among the replacements as the rain comes down in Toulouse. Flat ball, Caleb Timu again.
Jouez-le.
Territory is important in conditions like this, and when 10 points, Grenoble, you feel have to be the next team to score.
Blanc.
50 minutes on the clock. It's 4th against 9th, and Grenoble with a rotten run on the road.
Blanc, repli, repli. Rentrez. En arrière par le blanc.
But they have the ball back, and it's kicked into open space, and is that Storti after it? Pressure enough
That's
to
a
get the
win.
line out. Good result.
Yeah, Grenoble got the win there from that kick battle. There was one really poor kick. One kick nearly got countered. Grenoble put a really poor kick in the back, but then that next kick was very poor. He had a lot of time, a lot of space. He should have found grass with that one. And then he gave them the opportunity out the back to win the kick battle. And now field position for Grenoble.
Just focusing on the two wingers there for a moment. And it actually is an emphasis that Pro D2, we've had the Rugby World Cup draw this week. Pro D2 does massive work for the Tier 2 nations. But I don't know where their national teams would be if it was not for this league.
Yeah, a lot of players get their break.
Les blancs, vous allez
Get
au sol.
quality rugby week in, week out.
That can't have been legal, can it? It apparently was.
It doesn't look that way.
Grenoble are having a little bit of joy going close to the breakdown. And that might just be because they're easier passes to complete at the minute. But they go again, down that same channel.
Premier au grattage.
Oh,
Was that Timo?
who was that with the turnover? That was outstanding.
That was a really good steal. There was a quick pick and go from the Grenoble team, playing on top of a good carry from Harwick. And when you pick and go and you play that quickly, sometimes your support players, it's hard to read it, especially if your support players aren't Toulouse. So there, it did his quick pick and go, which is a good choice, but the support was way off. I think Timu got on the ball.
I think it was Luca Plantere, actually, just on the field. Is that Georgie Pataya? Yeah. The two props replaced. Lots of movement goes to the middle, and the maul has worked for Grenoble. The tighter they keep it, the better they seem to be doing in this game. It's a bit disorganised. Penalty advantage, man in from the side. So maybe they can roll the dice. Storti off his wing.
Oh.
Again, an inaccurate pass. Megdude going nowhere. Made something out of nothing, an outrageous offload.
I don't know how he got that away, but Storti was not ready for it. Put it that way. And with the weather like this, slippy ball. Yeah, it's the story of the night. It's that inaccuracy. Grenoble are playing in the style that their skill level can't handle. And they're coughing up mistakes and not being as threatening as a result. And again, with someone with the skill level, Sam Davis come back in, make a difference, I think he would. Let's see this offload now.
It's over his shoulder.
Yeah, no look offload.
Can they make them all pay again? Gone to the front.
Broken at the front already.
Georgie Pataya hanging on. Is it your boy Adelaide again, Joe?
Yeah, you saw that last one. I think the penalty was after the initial setup. So the jumping block go up in the air, and when they come down, if we see this again, you'll see a player get in the gap between the lifter and the jumper. And as soon as that happens, normally you're dead. Okay. So as he's come down, they're just not tight at all, those front three, and you just can't build on that. You haven't got time to build behind. Players come through and they separate it, and the maul ends up being impossible to stop them either making it come down and fall on the floor, and if they do get hands on the ball, they can lock it down.
Focusing on Adelaide, a little bit of judo earlier. Escond with the try earlier, he's off the field. Barnaby Quiu is on. And his first job is try and hassle Caleb Timu, Ugo Seguela. He steps off the back of the scrum. The ball has not been hooked. Grenoble could be taking this one against the head. You do not see that anywhere but in French rugby right now.
Yeah, and
well, except for the old South Africa game, but other than that, you certainly don't see a ball going in straight, and as a result, gives the opportunity for a scrum penalty, and Grenoble get another bite of the cherry.
Yeah, Georgie Pataya earning his salary there for sure.
To the front again. Cameron Holt was all over that. Too early though, illegally so. Will they use it quickly? Quiu goes. Nudge through.
Yeah, the touch judge gave that one. So 18. 18 did something too early, I'm not sure what. While the player is in the air, puts his arms through.
I don't think you have to kick it to touch, do you? You could just ask for the line if it was a penalty out of the line. He's done it anyway. They go for the corner.
Attendez qu'il soit en bas.
Ooh.
Fusier.
That's not looking good.
No.
Not got hair on his body though.
I was going to say, does he shave his legs?
A lot of Frenchies do. They feel faster. I'm sure a lot of English guys do too. But again, that maul just didn't set up right.
No, it didn't. And Adelaide has been a menace.
He's a menace, isn't he? Really like him.
He's only 23. He might attract the attention of top 14 clubs before long. And he's in on it again. Got some work rate. Grenoble, can they make this pay? There is all that space. Time to reorganise. The ball comes back inside. Fouzier, who was hobbling about a moment ago. He's up and running again. Lilian Rossi. Barnaby Quiyu hunting for the ball. Richard Hardwick takes the contact, bounces out. Good yards after contact.
Powerful, isn't it?
Adelaide's over the ball. Quiyu tried to buy the penalty, gets the ball recycled. It goes to the right. And again, sneaks himself. We've had one Grenoble scrum half scoring a try. Quiyu's going to be held up.
Oh. Bravo, whoever got under him there.
That was, well, going back to the Clive Woodward conversation, that probably wasn't thinking correctly under pressure, was it? A 9 going for it, through a bunch of forwards.
11 et 7. 7 et 11.
Maybe you're right. I think the Hardwick's a powerful ball carrier, isn't he? Just needs to get his hands on that ball a lot more, because every time he's carried, he's giving that team go forward. Game over. Fouzier.
Reprise.
Jeremy Béchou, try for him earlier. Probably the highlight of the match attacking wise. Grenoble, they've had territory and opportunities. The drop kick to get them back within 7 is wide.
22.
Well, he backed himself, Max Clement.
Contestable time. Bit too far, that one, I think.
That dude was chasing. This is one of the brass band are starting to play the bangers now, Joe. It's an aerial battle. Farnu losing out that time, but Meg Dood, back 3 teammate, getting the ball back. They have a knock-on advantage. He's run 100 metres across the pitch so far to find his man, and it has opened up the space. What a moment. This could be huge for Grenoble. It's time to finish. Barnaby Quiyu is on. This is bonkers. From a moment that could have got Grenoble back in the game, we may have just watched a moment that has won Colomiers the game.
What was Barnaby Quiyu doing there?
Quiyu. They'd done the hard work. They'd made the line break. They had the support.
I mean, the initial Clement was the Storty.
Storty hits
initially.
The afterburners.
There, that was poorish. Oh my days.
That is a horror show.
Shank the pass, no power behind it.
Doulon still had work to do.
Merci, Dani. Là. 10.
Welcome to Pro D2.
Merci.
And yeah, he knows. He knows.
Storty's not had a happy night. McDood neither.
Roman Triou is on the field now.
Yeah, he's a real leader. Maybe he'll pick him up even more.
Not sure we could have broadcast what he was saying. And to add salt in a fresh wound, Theo Giral with the extras, 24-7, and really Colomiers will be thinking it should have been a 3-point score. Quiyu, he knows.
He's still telling himself off there.
That was like weird, crazy end to end.
Yeah, messy end to end.
Messy end to end. Loved it.
Whoa. Nudge.
Well, obviously, it goes without saying Grenoble need to score. I mean, you can see on the body language of Farnu as he just put the ball down. He's looks resigned at this point, but
He did a bit, didn't he?
they obviously they clearly have a way back now. But Colomiers have got a try bonus point to go for.
That was a great kick. A poor kick from Grenoble.
Just
Then a
give the
gorgeous
simple
kick
pass to
from there.
Megdude.
What the hell was he doing? Who was he trying to give it to?
Doing?
Oh,
Well, this hasn't worked. Oh, they got there in the end. Bit of improvisation, I think.
Sortez, sortez 21, sortez. Jouez-le.
Hors-jeu, monsieur, méfiez, monsieur.
Colomiers, in fairness, other than scoring a try, haven't really been in Grenoble's half. Megdude not able to be caught from the first tackle again.
he didn't let go though.
Injury joker from Bayonne, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. We'll go back there at some point.
Come on, man. Every time he's lying on the ball.
Non, vous le coincez là, ici. Le ballon est dispo.
Aussie voice coming
Definite Aussie voice. One name to look out for. Actually, I can't believe I haven't mentioned this already, but one player, let's keep an eye out off the bench for Grenoble, Samuel Bielbieri.
Yeah, apparently he's quite good at another, maybe not quite in the same league, but pretty good as well. 20-year-old?
20 years of age, made his debut earlier in the season. This is his second appearance, but will be as soon as he comes on.
Hey, Barney Cuyo, he's had a bad start, that kick as well.
Well, another younger brother. Not a very good player, but he'll feel like he hasn't given the right reflection of the Quiu name on a rugby pitch tonight. Giral, can he gather it? Oh, wow! So close! And this could be the try bonus point. Wow, scramble D.
Le 20 est premier. Le 20 est premier.
Storty's off.
Oh my God.
Farnu. Go again, Storty.
I'd like to see that again. What a Grenoble player got on that ball. How did he not score there? Especially with the weather and being able to slide.
Maybe that's why Farnu was shrugging earlier. He looks like he might have a knock. Oh, that's a
Whoa!
Rodrigo Marta. I mean, Grenoble, the scoreline, they only have themselves to blame. And it's errors like that, and then that kick gone straight out. Was it passed back into the 22?
No, it's okay that time.
It's okay.
I think it was all right. Yeah, missing touch, pretty crucial. I want to see that move again. I want to see what happened because
Yeah, we haven't seen that.
the initial move itself was pretty good. So here, Grenoble kick it through. Yeah, they kick it there.
C'est bien Damien, parfait.
That's fine.
Game on.
Good
let's get on
clearance,
it.
to be fair. We still haven't seen what happened with Théo Giral getting that close.
Yeah, it was a lovely bit of interplay just before. To create the line break.
There is your man. He does wear a scrum cap. I did wonder. Not a bright red one, though. Maybe saving that for when he plays for France. Théo Giral sticks it up again. We'll see Samuel Bielbieri in a minute.
Non, non, stop, 5.
Romain
Merci,
Triou
Thibaut.
sticks his size 12s through that. He's on the field. Looks like he might have a little bit of conditioning work to do before he's back at peak
Yeah,
fitness.
I was thinking the
Did you
same
think the
thing.
same? Yeah.
Yeah, him and Harburg have been hitting the all-you-can-eat buffet. Maybe it's just the cut of the shirt.
I was noticing that there's some white patches over one of the sponsors at at Grenoble.
Yeah, it was the Chinese all-you-can-eat buffet. They went under when Hardwick and Drew finished. Look, here's the try. That didn't happen. How's he get on this ball? There, he's on it there. You see, okay, got it. Lovely offload. Again, all night they've been doing that, even with the conditions we have. And there, really good steal.
That was fantastic.
That was brave. That was good quality technique. Fair play.
There
Looks
you
like
go.
he's paid for it a bit.
Julien Farnu off, Samuel Bielbieri. Let's see what the young brother can do. Front line out doesn't work.
Ok.
Play on. Theo Giroud. He's bossed it a bit tonight again.
Well left. That's not a great first touch.
Dear.
What's he doing now as well? That's slightly mad.
I feel bad for bigging him up now.
Le ballon est rentré dans les 50. Du coup, touche blanc.
Slightly crazy.
Tranquille, les gars. Non,
Oh,
non, le ballon
no.
touche pas. Elle est pour eux. Le ballon est rentré dans les 50. Il
I'm
n'est
sure
pas
Louis
touché.
done the same
Pour nous,
thing.
il n'est pas touché en tout cas.
It wasn't a 50-22 though, was it?
C'est très bien. C'est touché pour personne.
Yeah.
That's back inside. Yeah, that's why he left
Yeah.
it. He left
Yeah,
it
it's just-
deliberately.
yeah,
He just
exactly.
left it. There you go. Well left.
You've got a great exit line out.
Oh, stolen. Caleb Timu and Ray Nu'u, the two main men, and Nu'u's going through. He's going all the way to the house. And Grenoble will feel like the scoreboard is a reflection of the fact they have handed the impetus.
On a qu'à y revenir.
Missed
non
tackles again. However, Colomiers have taken their chances. Stolen line out, and away they go.
Grenoble came
Parfait,
out
merci.
with some ambition and desire that first 10 minutes of that half, but that poor pass from Kuyu, that try, seems to have broken their spirit, completely broken their spirit, and Colomiers could rack up a few here, I reckon. What's your prediction for the final score?
I think it'll stay as it is. Colomiers have got the try bonus point now. Well, they're beyond that now, aren't they? No, that was... Yeah.
Yeah, they want one more to make it safe.
They'll probably want one more to keep it safe. They'll keep playing.
Oui.
I've been impressed with Theo Giral again.
18 et 16, hein, c'est ça.
Yeah, he's been all right. He's been a lot better than Clement.
Yeah. And they're both the backup tens,
Threatens the
really.
line more, he kicks better.
Yeah, they're both the backup fly halves. Valentin Delpy on loan from Stade Toulousain. You think they might get him back at some point at Colomiers? What is happening at Grenoble, Joe? They were top of Pro D2 last year.
Just three seasons of heartbreaking losses. The same coaching staff been involved for a long time. There's been one change. Doesn't seem to be affecting things. Sam Davis being out. Yeah, it's not a happy ship.
Sam Davis had nothing to do with the line out that they just gifted to Colomiers. There's just so many bits and pieces that are just not where you'd expect them to be.
Terminé.
It's an enigma.
Yeah, maybe a reboot's
Oh,
required.
dear.
Oh, Jesus Christ. McDude. His hair, for example.
Envoie le remplaçant.
Is it normally like that? Or is it because it's really wet?
He clearly has a comb in his wash bag. That's perfectly parted.
Yeah.
Oh,
Il revient au milieu. Du coup, je peux pas avec mon pied, je peux rien faire.
Mais je pense que
he's
vous êtes pris
dangerous
sous la
as well.
pression.
Oui, parce que le ballon, il revient en fait. On le gère et il revient.
He does have a dirty step, McDude.
C'est bon, Coco?
Mathis Lebel.
En place, messieurs.
And there's
Capozzo.
Ange Capowatso. Nice vintage Adidas top like that. Arthur Diaz is on.
Flexion.
Hugo Seguela's had a good night.
Plié.
He's been good.
Chaud.
So Ray Nu'u again, this time out the back. Giral. Oh, wow.
That is awesome.
That's all too easy.
What do you do
Really
about
well
that one?
executed.
What do you do? How do you defend that? Please tell me. Even gets a kiss from Timu.
They all, with Ray Nutu, the way he plays, you kind of have to bite in on him, don't you?
Yeah, they kind of half blitzed. Maybe it's a bit high to blitz on it. So they've obviously identified Colomiers that Grenoble blitz go man on. Even that far out from their try line. So if something's predictable like that, you can prepare a move like you just saw. Because if you blitz like that, you're going to have to leave the man
at it again,
on the
Joe.
wing.
Again, you're the defence coach, mate, so you know. But it looked almost to me a little bit like it was the first 3 men in the defensive line blitzed, and the rest of them were a little bit behind. And
a little bit slow, but maybe they were a bit slow, but
whatever happened, it was executed beautifully.
Yeah,
Nuhu taking it to the line,
kick.
out the back to that man, Giroud, and a perfect kick.
Yeah, I mean, the kick itself is not easy.
Great. Yeah, Jackie in the chat says you could have thrown a blanket over that Grenoble defence.
They're going to need their security comfort blanket tonight on the way home.
Oh, this is a painful score to think. We were talking about it maybe should have been 14 all at half time.
I'm seeing regime change at Grenoble coming.
Yeah, I mean, something's got to change fast. And the budget's still kind of where it was last year, I assume, Joe.
Yeah, but their budget's not. It's not massive. Their budget. They were overperforming for what they have. So that's part of it as well. Is it more a correction to where they should be, or is it they're just playing way above themselves 3 years? Tough to answer that one. I mean, you know where the next game they got Valence away as well.
And they will be, after tonight, 6 losses on the road in a row. And this is going to keep Colomiers very much in touch with Van as well. And they feel like they're coming out of that really tough period of fixtures that they had. Hardwick's been busy. Bit of footwork.
Yeah, he's great.
Dangerous off the base. Meg dude.
Lâchez les bleus.
Can they conjure something? There is nothing to lose right now. The game is done, long gone. It's the Colomiers defensive coach that want to keep them to just that one try. Jan Lestrade with the kick through, gets returned
That's
with
awesome.
interest.
And
that's going to go 50-22.
No,
wow.
no.
What a nudge, Rodrigo Marta.
Oh, that is incredible. Ronaldo wouldn't do any better than that. That is incredible. Let's see that again. That's amazing. What a 50-22.
Oh, wow. Yeah, if you'd have asked his Portuguese... Yeah, look at him go.
Look at him
with
soaking
the
the
crowd.
doing
Yeah,
this.
love it. If you'd have asked his Portuguese compatriot Cristiano Ronaldo to do that, he wouldn't have been able to do any better. He's had tries in his last 4 matches, including games against Uruguay, Hong Kong, Canada, and then in the Pro D2 against Béziers. I don't think he's going to get one tonight, but he might contribute to one if Colomiers could have taken advantage. Grenoble are deep in their own 22. 38-7. They've been absolutely mullered. And yet, they've had opportunities to be in touch.
Yeah, they were kind of hanging in there. But just that Guyu pass and then since that moment, they've not been in this. There's a mentally switching off, but replacing some which are maybe as good, but there's certainly been a gap between the two teams. A big gaps. But really, all night, Colomiers have been a better attacking team, offloading well, playing quickly.
I've tried having these conversations with you before, Joe, but you've never been in a team that's been having an absolute stinker, except the odd little moment. So,
yeah, there was one year, like I said, one Wasps thing, but yeah.
Oh, is he gonna go in for a 5th try in as many games? Back to his feet, Marta.
Oh, he's gonna get put in touch. Again, he's pretty slight. Just didn't have that power to stay in. Is that man of the match?
Miles Edwards. McDude did really well.
Yeah, McDude's strong.
Reculez, merci. Touche à 3.
Yeah, sober night for Grenoble, and it just gets worse.
Oh, let that play on.
Caleb,
So,
is Caleb
when you're
Timu still on the
outside-
field? Timu special?
Yeah. When you're outside of the line out,
Non, non.
you can't go into the line out before the ball's thrown. So it was a 2+1 line out, and he didn't wait for the hooker to throw it before he went into the line out.
The Grenoble Aussie on the field called it. It was right. They just managed to stop him. Oh, knock on over the line. McDude backs himself.
Pas d'avantage, je reviens ici.
Yeah, it's certainly Aussie called that one.
En fait, vous faites une touche à 3, vous êtes relayeur,
Lovely
et c'est
goose.
vous qui sautez. Ah voilà, votre joueur a oublié de sortir. Pas de problème. Allez en place, messieurs.
Those faces tell a picture. I think their Protodo dream is evaporating, isn't it? Most of those guys, in fact, a lot of them are academy lads that have been at the club for years, been through these final access match defeat after access match defeat. It's a long way back at this point. It's a long
Maybe
season,
Sam
though, as you
Davis
always
could
remind us,
ignite
Joe, it's a
something.
long season.
Yeah, it's a long season, but without confidence, it's a tough one. But there's someone like Sam coming back, maybe we'll give him that. Ooh. He's not taking another rug. What are they doing?
There's 15 seconds left. They've handed Colomiers another opportunity to go after try number 6. If they can play quick. Ray Nuwu again with a kick through. Oh, it's going to be finished. Alexander Borry.
Nice.
For the second time in the game, a nudge through from Ray Nuwu. Was that try number 1 that began in that fashion?
It was, wasn't it? Penalty on the try line about nearly 80 minutes ago or 70 minutes ago. What were Grenoble doing? Just playing slow ball and slow ball. Bizarre.
Merci, Dani.
And when you're that good a ball carrier, and Ray Nuwu's not a massive man, but he's so powerful. When you're that good, the defence have to worry about you. They fly up, space in behind.
Ouais, bien reçu.
And that face, Richard Hardwick. Tough shift.
Yeah, tough shift for him.
Ouais, non, mais je vais pas.
Long journey home.
But as well as questioning Grenoble, you've got to give massive credit to Colomiers. They were out there at the top of the table. We looked at the run of fixtures they had and wondered if they'd wobble and start to falter. They were one of the teams we didn't quite have as one of the favourites, but just off the pack. But they're right there in amongst it, Joe.
Yeah, we had them as dark horses after last year. They are looking quite good. It's just that power stakes. The 19 penalties against Brive, a lot of them was Scrum and Wall. When it gets to money time ball, they'll be able to handle that because the rest of the game's pretty good. They've quite balanced game management, some deadly players who can create opportunities, and their style of play, offloading, accelerating the play at the right moment, means they can transition and do things pretty well at times. So, yeah, they've got for the budget they have, they're just doing phenomenally well.
Well, it's a big turnaround from last week. When, as you say, they got overpowered by Brive. And in difficult conditions, they've got the ball over the whitewash 6 times, although a chunk of that was down to Grenoble. Just.
If you think about tonight, though, Tim, Timu, how much effect have they had in this game? How much impact have they had in this game? Massive. Huge impact on this game. So you take those two out of it, and the team's just not the same. Massive for this team, because all that offloading, all that accelerating the play has to come from something. It has to come from some sort of dominant collision in attack or in defence, and they're the guys that give them those dominant collisions.
We can just tell in the way that Richard Hardwick's walking. Caleb Timu's walking with a spring in his step. Rodrigo Marta very happy. We'll hear from the players after the game. I didn't mention Samuel Biarre except for that one moment, so I'm sure we'll see more of him another time for Grenoble.
Do you reckon his brother sent him a joke text? Do you reckon that kind of relationship? Nice footwork, or I wonder.
Chin up, bro.
Yeah, chin up, bro. What's it like being in a family where your older brother's already only a few years older than you, a legend?
Yeah, it's mad, isn't it?
It must be quite tough. What other sportsmen have there been where they've had a younger brother who's not quite as good?
Well, there's one story about the Australian batsman. The Ashes cricket's on at the minute, and is it Mark Waugh is the brother of Steve Waugh. Steve Waugh was like legend. Oh, we'll do this. I'll continue in a minute.
Oh, here we go.
Ça doit être dur et frustrant de terminer la soirée.
It must have been difficult and frustrating.
Exactement, très très dur. Première mi-temps, c'est bien battu.
First half, we fought.
Tout le temps chez nous et au bout d'un moment, à la fin,
we played an hour and a second half and a half the whole time.
Il y a ce manque de continuité dans le jeu. Il y a des séquences qui sont parfaites et puis il y a des moments où vous sortez complètement du match.
So you had some good sequences to play, but then you made mistakes.
Si on arrivait à trouver des mots ou des explications, je pense qu'on ferait pas cette prestation-là, mais
I can't find the words really to explain what happened.
Un week-end à la maison, on gagne, mais difficilement et à l'extérieur.
Last weekend we won in a difficult match at home.
Ça, franchement, c'est pas facile.
Out away from home, we're just making life really hard for ourselves. A very disappointed man.
Understandably. So if we have time, so Mark Waugh, cricketer for Australia, was having a pop at some batsman, and he went, "At least I'm the best batsman in my family."
Yeah, it's a good comeback, isn't it? That is a good comeback. Not quite the same as having 5,000 fans do it. Here we go.
Des conditions météo, vous avez réussi à produire du jeu.
Oui, on a eu du mal au début. Les 20 premières minutes.
Yeah, we struggled at first to produce our play.
Mais retour de mi-temps, on s'est dit qu'on tenait.
Around half time, we started to play quite well.
Les conditions sont ce qu'elles sont. Quand on arrive dans leur camp, il faut quand même arriver à jouer et on a réussi à le faire.
Ce dernier quart d'heure, on a l'impression que tout vous sourit.
When we get into their half, you have to be able to play, and we managed to do
On a
that.
réussi à inverser la pression parce que retour de mi-temps vers la 50e, on a un moment un peu faible pour nous.
So just before half time, there was a period where we're just under a bit of pressure. But second half, we played in their half, played in the better part of the pitch, and made ourselves smile.
Quand on est dans son équipe, ça doit vraiment faire un plus, quoi.
Ah, ben il le mérite, franchement.
Well, New carries the ball so well. What's it like having a player like that in your team? You just give him the ball and he does what he does. Just be ready around him. If he keeps it or he offloads it, got to be ready.
Another night in Pro de Deux. Thank you very much for joining us. Every single game week, we have live rugby here. The only place in the UK you can get free professional men's rugby. And we love it. And it was an absolutely crushing win for Colomiers against Grenoble. 43-7. Well, we're waiting for Sam Davis to return for Grenoble. Will Johnny May be back for Angoulême? We're at his home patch next week against Agen before we head to Béziers against Vannes on the 18th of December, week before Christmas. Will Vannes finish top of the table? Oh, we were still going, so I thought we'd done, but we're not. Thank you if you're still here and you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel and nice one, Joe. Bonne nuit, my man.